Writing for children, reading scheme books, picture books, educational books. And just over 10 years ago, he branched out into fiction with the first of several award-winning novels for teenagers. Now he's written his first book for adults. It's called The Murdstone Trilogy, and it's a satirical fantasy, reminiscent at times of Terry Pratchett, about a poverty-stricken author of novels for children who tries his hand at writing fantasy fiction in an attempt to make some really big money. Mal, Pete, this is a book about an author, a bit like you, who writes books for children, just like you, and he lives in Devon, just like you, and he's not making any money, and we'll come back to that in a minute, and his agent says what he needs to do is write a blockbuster fantasy novel which will make him squillions of pounds, and he tries. What happens?
It goes most frightfully pear-shaped. The thing about poor old Philip, who of course is nothing like me. He's a failing writer who drinks cider, whereas I don't. He has to agree to this. He's hungry for fame, and he's desperately in love with his very seductive agent anyway. And so he agrees to do this impossible task, but he's totally unqualified because he despises all things Tolkien, whimsically and perversely. And when I was thinking about the writer in this situation, I began thinking about it in the wake of the Harry Potter thing, where everybody was looking for the next JK Rowling. All publishers wanted their own JK, and lots of writers were being approached with this very proposal. I sort of wondered how that would work if that offer was made, and I decided the only way I could possibly do it would be through some Faustian pact. I would have to sell my soul and my principles and do a deal with the devil, which is what really Philip
does, and like all Faustian pacts, it ends badly.
Yeah.
One of the things about this is that Philip loathes fantasy. He hates it. And I get the impression you don't think much of it either. And yet, there's quite a lot of fantasy writing in this book, both sort of parodies of the genre